Okay, today is Wednesday, May 29th, and I am going back to the Mayor's Office of Disability. I had wanted to express that, I had sent Carla her request for that documentation that we had on 522, that the video is on here. Here is my stuff to her, which I wanted to show you. And I want to show that it went to Carla Johnson and Ross Mercarimi, Greg Schur, Donald White, Kathleen Sibilis, Kathleen Billingsley, Diane Dooley, Marilyn Taverner, Social Security, David Curio, David Chu, and others. This is what went out on 5/22, just to show you the date. Dear Carla, per your request that I send you my contact information, I am emailing you this email and its documented trail and what its failure respond to notes. What I did basically is I went ahead and re-forwarded the old emails that I had been sending and following up back in January, that of course I got no response to. Next paragraph, please realize that our meeting 5/22 2013, that per our meeting 5/22, I am still requesting the meeting as I've spoken of on the video in order to come in and point out the rigged, failed methodology, further harm, delay, inhumane treatment, and lastly not performing per duty or mission statement on your website, to which I clearly spoke of during our 5/22 meeting and read onto the video. Please realize that the videos, issues, and subject matters will confirm as this. See below previous emails that were not properly responded to. In the same vein, at the meeting with all the professionals involved, all these questions, outstanding issues, law-breaking activity can be addressed, and the continuing failures also. Therefore, please send me a list of all available meeting times in which you can bring in the sheriff, DPH, SFPD, and your wonderful ADA expert, and the city attorney, and I will respond with my availability with a witness, video recorder, and videos. Please be aware that a computer with an internet access is required in order to view the video, show the failing methodology, and the incorrect MOD, non-help, and the list continues. I would assume that most reading this would wonder, will I be treated as I was below with no response or more spin? However, thank you for the opportunity to document this for reasonable men. Now, what you'll see down here is, me sending that email, prior email dated 1/8 to Carla. That's what I had reattached, that's what I forwarded. So basically, I never received a response. Please send me the correct and applicable citation. 630 to 638 is not applicable to a public office seeking public services, and any reasonable expectation of privacy is mute. If they do not want to be videotaped, it does not override my rights to the service, and as such, the services must be provided. If you choose not to, then it's a violation of access and accommodation. So, it just continues to show. All right, so then I mailed her that on the 22nd, didn't receive a response, and then on the 24th, I thought to myself, well, they moved. So basically, I included the email address when I followed up on the 24th, 5/24, as you can see here, to not only Carla's old address, but to the MOD address. This 5/24, dear Carla, please acknowledge receipt of this email. When I emailed you on 5/22/2013, I simply forwarded to your old address and got no kickback. However, it occurred to me that during the move from the War Memorial Building to 1155 Market, some email addresses may have been changed, and I want no room for plausible denial. Therefore, I resend this to the email address found on the MOD website and your old email address that I have. Please let me know about the addresses and receipt for documentation. Again, thank you for the opportunity to document for reasonable men. Remember, enforcement per your website, unless that too is tried. So here is, once again, the PS about the mission of the Mayor's Office of Disability is to ensure that every program, service, benefit, activity, and facility operated and funded by the City of San Francisco is fully accessible and usable by people with disabilities. MOD is responsible for overseeing the implementation and local enforcement of the city's obligations under the American Disability Act, as well as other federal and state local codes and disability rights and laws. To which I got a response from Carla on 5/24, which is why I'm here to follow up. That was basically, dear Mr. Garza, you came into our office and asked for a meeting with the MOD, Sheriff, City Attorney, Public Health Department, and I asked you if this was in regard. I asked you what this was in regard and if you had any new or specific complaints. You agreed to write to tell me the specifics. However, your email stream copied does not contain any new information. Well, the spin cycle is on, folks, but at least she acknowledges that I did email her the prior emails to show the rigged methodology. So basically then she goes on to, of course, spin it, and she says, look at this paragraph. The MOD is committed to serving the public, but the department has a right to limit communications with the public that are disruptive and interfere with MOD operations and duties. In the interest of preserving your rights and the rights of the department and the clients it serves, we ask you to communicate with MOD by phone, email, or writing also. That's because they want to be able to fix the intelligence. If you call them by phone, the wiretapping statute does not let you record the audio. If you write them, they fix the intelligence and say something that's not. So they've basically relegated me to a second-class citizen, disavowed me my rights to come in and file a complaint in the office, etc., with a bogus 632 section which does not apply. However, on the next day, 5/25, I wrote her back and explained that to her. Thank you again for your spin as to what happened. However, the video on 5/22 is available for review, and as such I stated that I would send you my contact information. You did, however, try to divert me to the Sheriff's Office and DPH and wash your hands of your involvement, responsibility, duty with the deflection. That is on the video around the 7-minute 40-second point, where I stated in addition that my issues were also with MOD for enforcement. As a matter of fact, I stated that the requested meeting I would explain just how much non-help you are. Then below you state you agreed to write to me about the specifics. However, your email stream does not contain any new information, to which my reply regarding your request for specifics on the video states around the 9-minute 25-second, no madam, I am asking for a meeting so that when I come in and videotape and point out the specifics, specifically what you cannot do to help, how it is rigged to fail, and how you are unaccountable, it will be there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And let us not forget that this is the Mayor's Office of Disability, and I've read the mission statement. So let us see how well you live up to it. That is exactly what I stated on the video 5/22. So therefore, your spin by the below email belies the truth again. Again, your attempt at intelligent fixing is applaudable for its perverseness, however incorrect. In addition to your inhumane treatment, I am sure that you will try to frame this as a service disagreement, as has been in the past. Shall we see? And then I respond to her assertions. You know, your prior claim, detailed evaluation and conclusion was incorrect, and when I tried to follow up, I was told that the case was closed. You are incorrect, since your office did nothing to assist me in previous complaints, and I have the paperwork. And then number 3, I followed up upon your encouragement. DPH on 12/19, look at the video. DPH on 3/15, look at the video. And DPH on 5/1, look at the video, of which I spoke to you on 5/22, and that failed. And now I'm proceeding to videotape the failure and the setup. Since you are in charge of enforcement, I will be in to follow up. I do, however, thank you for the opportunity to document for reasonable men, and I will be into follow-up question videotape in regards to this letter, its meeting, and its process of deflection and an attempt at intelligence fixing. Then I went ahead and included at the very bottom, P.S. Thank you for your attempt at circumventing my rights by trying to limit my access to public buildings seeking public services. Some would say this is denial of access and accommodations. Others would say that I'm being treated as a second-class citizen for not receiving all rights by stating the MOD is committed to serving the public, but the department has the right to limit communications with the public that are disruptive and interfere with MOD's operations and duty. Well, I guess disruptive, if you want to follow up correct and ensure accountability, would be highly disruptive to them, since it doesn't work. It would interfere with their illusion. In interest of preserving your rights and the rights of the department and clients it serves, we ask that you communicate with MOD by phone, email, or in writing only. So again, I say thank you, thank you, thank you. I will be into follow-up and videotape. Thank you for your incorrect steer and attempt at intimidation when what I am doing is correct and legal. Thank you for all your transparent non-concern. So here we go into the MOD office to go further and to follow up. Hold on a second. I will turn this off and then start it when I get in the office.